I got behind the wheel of both the CX-5 Hybrid and RAV4 Hybrid, and let's just say that what I expected going in wasn't what I had walked away thinking. One of these two really flipped the script, and if you're assuming the winner already, you might want to stick around. Hello everyone, this is Scott from CarlandTV. It's time to hop in the front seat because today we're putting the 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid and the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid head-to-head, and trust me, this isn't just another spec sheet battle. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. This is not necessary, but those little clicks help a brother out. Plus, it pushes me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now buckle up and let's get back to the video. If you know hybrids, you know the RAV4 Hybrid has been king for years. It's damn efficient, reliable, and proven. But now, Mazda is rolling in hot with the 2025 CX-50 Hybrid. And here's the twist. It's using Toyota's own hybrid tech, just tuned with that Mazda flair. As I said, this isn't just a spec sheet war. It's a head-to-head of driving feel, design, and execution. It is a good thing I have enough patience to gauge these SUVs on the track and on the streets to see which areas outshine the other. Alright, let me start with the visuals and the feel, because the outside and inside of a car actually give you your first impression. I've seen both of these side by side in the lot, and the vibe is totally different. The CX-50 Hybrid looks aggressive. It has a low stance, wide body, and bulging fenders, and it almost feels like Mazda wants you to think it's ready to brawl with a Subaru Outback Wilderness. It has that rugged adventure-seeker look, but with a sharper, more refined finish. Black cladding around the wheels, a muscular front end, and LED lights that look like they mean business. This thing turns heads. Then you've got the RAV4 Hybrid, which honestly feels a little more corporate. It's clean, sure, functional. But it's playing it safe, maybe too safe. Same basic shape it had for a few years now. Nothing wrong with it, but you won't catch anyone in a parking lot doing a double take unless they're shopping for one. Now hop inside. This is where Mazda flexes hard. The CX-50's interior feels like it came out of a class above. Real stitching on the dash, tight panel gaps, and solid-feeling materials. Heck, even the steering wheel feels like it was made with care. You don't get a touchscreen you can poke while moving, but that rotary dial? Once you get used to it, it's slick. You're not stretching or jabbing while driving. The RAV4 Hybrid's interior is functional, roomy, and simple. Toyota plays it safe here too. Big touchscreen, easier layout, plenty of cubbies. You get space, that's no question, but the cabin materials don't feel quite as upscale. The ergonomics are great, don't get me wrong, but Mazda just feels more tailored. So, if you want that upscale driver-focused cockpit that makes your morning commute feel just a bit more special, the CX-50 takes the cake. However, if you value space and simplicity, the RAV4 Hybrid is an appealing choice. Let's talk about how these things actually drive. Both run that familiar 2.5-liter inline-4 paired with an electric motor, which is a setup we know works, thanks to Toyota's years of hybrid dominance. Both crank out 219 horsepower, and both come with standard all-wheel drive. So, if you're just spec sheet shopping, you might think it's a toss-up. But once you actually get behind the wheel, yeah, things start to feel different. Mazda tuned the CX-50 Hybrid to feel more responsive, and you can tell right away. The throttle has a sharper bite, the steering is heavier in a good way, and it holds the road with a sense of confidence. I've taken it through winding back roads, over pothole-ridden city streets, and even light trails. It never felt floaty. That low center of gravity and firm suspension tuning make it feel more athletic. You feel more connected and more in control. Now jump into the RAV4 Hybrid. It's no slouch, and if you're just using it for daily commutes or school drop-offs, it's buttery smooth. Quiet, soft, and composed. But when you push it a little harder, it reminds you it's built for comfort, not excitement. The steering is lighter, almost numb compared to the Mazda, and the ride, while cushy, tends to bounce a bit over uneven pavement. In terms of real-world fuel economy, the RAV4 Hybrid wins by a nose. It's EPA rated at around 40 to 41 miles per gallon combined, while the CX-50 Hybrid sits more in the 38 miles per gallon range. It's not that different, to be honest, but that's the trade-off. You see, Mazda gave up a couple miles per gallon in exchange for better road feel. And honestly, if you care about how a car drives and not just how far it goes on a tank, that's worth it. Both handle bad weather well thanks to the presence of all-wheel drive, but Mazda's system just feels smarter. It adjusts on the fly, feels more rear-biased, and gives you a bit more confidence when the roads get slick. The RAV4 system is fine, again, don't get me wrong, but it's more reactive than proactive. Here's my take. If you're just chasing numbers and savings on fuel, go Toyota. But if you want to actually enjoy your time behind the wheel, Mazda is that SUV you're looking for. But how about the essentials? You know, the cargo, seats, tech, and all the stuff that makes or breaks it when you're packing up for a road trip or just running weekend errands. Let me start with the RAV4 Hybrid. This thing is just the guy when it comes to space. Behind the second row, you're looking at about 37.5 cubic feet of cargo room. And when you fold the seats flat, it opens up to nearly 70. That's plenty of room for luggage, camping gear, or a Costco run that got a little out of hand. The load floor is low, and the opening is nice and wide, which makes loading up bulky items a breeze. Rear passengers are getting solid legroom and decent headroom, so I am sure no knees are up in their chest back there. Now, the CX-50 Hybrid gives you less cargo space. There's no way around it. You've got around 31.4 cubic feet behind the rear seats and about 56 when they're folded. So yeah, it's tighter than the RAV4. Fortunately, it doesn't feel cramped. Mazda's done a killer job designing the cabin so it feels more cocooned and refined. The seats, especially up front, are plush. It's genuinely all-day comfortable. Even the materials feel more premium, with touches like leatherette surfaces, contrast stitching, and a more upscale layout. When it comes to safety, both are loaded. The RAV4 gets Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 with adaptive cruise, lane keeping, and all the good stuff right from the base trim. Mazda's iActive Sense suite is similar, but requires a trim bump to get the full package. At this point, the RAV4 Hybrid is the perfect choice if you've got a family, haul gear often, or prioritize max space. It's close to unbeatable. However, if you want a more refined interior and don't need all that cargo capacity, the CX-50 Hybrid still makes a strong case. Now, there's one thing that doesn't show up on a test drive but really matters, and that's long-term reliability and what kind of backup you're getting from the factory. Because to be frank, buying a hybrid isn't just about saving gas. You want something that's going to last and not leave you stranded with a battery bill that makes your wallet cry. Here's what is certain. Toyota's hybrid system is legendary. They've been doing this longer than anyone in the game. That same system in the RAV4 Hybrid is already damn proven. We're talking hundreds of thousands of miles on the road, real-world reliability, and an ownership base that pretty much backs it up with no hesitation. It's the reason a lot of folks buy an RAV4 Hybrid sight unseen, because they simply trust it. Mazda, on the other hand, is the new guy in the hybrid SUV game. But here's where things get interesting. The CX-50 Hybrid actually uses Toyota's hybrid powertrain. So it's not like Mazda's reinventing the wheel. They're taking what already works and building it into a chassis that's more engaging to drive. That's a win in my book. It's kind of like copying your smart friend's homework, but putting your own spin on the essay and actually making it sound better. But hey, I don't encourage cheating. Warranty-wise, both give you the basics. 3 years or 36,000 miles of bumper-to-bumper coverage, and 5 years or 60,000 miles on the powertrain. Where things get serious is with hybrid coverage. Toyota gives you 8 years or 100,000 miles on the hybrid system and 10 years or 150,000 miles on the hybrid battery. It's one of the best in the class. Mazda offers similar coverage on the hybrid, thanks to Toyota's underlying tech, but the battery warranty isn't quite as generous. Now, do I think the CX-50 Hybrid's gonna fall apart after 5 years? Not at all. Build quality feels solid, and Mazda's had a good reputation for durability on their gas-powered stuff. But Toyota's hybrid system has a track record. It's been in Priuses, Camrys, Highlanders. It has been battle-tested. By the way, the 2025 RAV4 Hybrid starts at around $33,000 for the base LE trim. That gets you standard all-wheel drive, Toyota's full suite of driver assists, and the hybrid system everyone trusts. Step up to the XLE or limited trims and you're looking at closer to $39,000 to $41,000. But you get extras like a larger touchscreen, upgraded upholstery, power seats, and more premium finishes. You're not getting luxury, but you are getting the most refined version of Toyota's proven formula. Mazda's CX-50 Hybrid kicks off a little higher. Last time I checked, it's right around $35,800 for the preferred trim. But that extra cost gets you a more premium cabin out of the gate. Even the base CX-50 Hybrid feels like a mid-trim RAV4 inside. If you climb to the Premium Plus, which sits just above $41,000, You get a heads-up display, upgraded leatherette, panoramic moonroof, and other goodies that honestly feel more like what you'd find in an entry-level Audi or Acura. So how do you choose? If your main goal is cost efficiency and you don't mind a more utilitarian feel, the RAV4 Hybrid gives you everything you need and then some. But if you're the type who likes a bit more flair in your cabin and values the drive as much as the destination, Mazda's pricing makes sense, especially when you factor in the upgraded materials and road feel. They're close in price, but where they differ is in attitude. Toyota's giving you a rock-solid, no-nonsense hybrid. Mazda's giving you a little extra polish and driving enjoyment for about the same cash. If I had to pick one, today, keys on the table, I'd take the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid. The RAV4 Hybrid is solid and dependable. It's the hybrid you buy with your head, the one you recommend to your aunt because it'll run forever, and you never complain. But the CX-50 Hybrid is the one you buy with your gut. It feels better on the road, looks sharper in your driveway, and gives you a cabin that actually feels like someone cared. Mazda is not just showing up with the CX-50, they're swinging, and they damn near landed a knockout. But certainly Toyota still has survived the rounds. So yeah, if reliability is your religion, the RAV4 still delivers. But if you want a hybrid SUV that feels special every time you drive it, the CX-50 got my vote.